lovelies, welcome. I'm so glad you could be with me today. I hope you're all doing really well. Today is a Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot. I name it Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot because I normally do it as a picture message on my community tab on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, and I usually post on a Twin Flame group on Facebook as well with the picture message. But sometimes when I have energy, I like to put it into a video, okay, so it's more in depth. And so it's called Tuesday Twin Flame Tarot because of that, so people know what it is. But it is a timeless reading, and I do tune into various groups within the collective, so whatever is meant to be and what will come through today will hopefully resonate with you somehow with something. I'm just trying to move my camera. Thank you also to all of you who have supported the channel here, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And also to those who have purchased any decks for Christmas for the channel on my Amazon wish list, thank you so much. Those are coming in the mail. I'll soon be able to see hopefully who they're from, and I can thank you. And anyone who gifts the channel with a deck of cards will receive a mini reading from me with those cards, okay? So thank you so much for your beautiful generosity and support on this channel, guys. So as you remember, probably some of you have watched the last Twin Flame Soulmate reading that I did, which was quite emotional, and I was crying in that reading. I could not believe it, how much the emotion was so overwhelming from the Divine Masculine. And these were the cards that did it too. These are beautiful cards from Tammy at Bloom and Arrow, Divine Lover Oracle cards. These are just so beautiful, these cards, that for some reason, these were the ones that really I was channeling through with those cards. Like, it was just so amazing. From his higher self to the Divine Feminine, these most amazing, pure bliss, pure blissful unconditional compassion. Like, it was just amazing what came through. It was so overwhelming and beautiful. So I don't know if that's going to happen today. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, because the last thing I want to do is cry on film, on camera. But at the same time, whatever will be. I'll just let it flow. But yeah, I have a good feeling about this one. I really do. Now, as you can see up on my wall here, I'll just move this for a minute. I have got some beautiful pictures on here. This is from the adult coloring books. You know, the adult coloring books that were like the biggest trend in the day, like when was it? A few years ago. I decided to color these, and I just love the colors, and I thought it would be so pretty to put them in the background. And as you can see, there's a Christmas theme here too, seeing as we're coming into the holiday season. So soon I'll probably have a tablecloth and stuff like that with the Christmas colours, just to get a bit more festive. All right, so we're going to get started, guys. Put your person in mind. Okay, I like to clear my space. This is the Divine Masculine's cards today, the Light Seers Tarot. This is the Tarot de la Nuit for the Divine Feminine. And as usual, the beautiful cards I like to use for the energy is the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to get started, okay? So the Divine Masculine's current energy towards the Divine Feminine right now. What's his current main energy he's sitting in right now regarding the Feminine, please? Regarding his Divine Feminine. Oh, thought another one came out. Despair, falling apart, sinking, hopeless. What's that to do with, please? Wow, there's a few there. The Six of Pentacles. This is the equal exchange. This is the charity, giving. It's wanting to provide, to give, to help. Knight of Cups reversed. So there's a feeling of rejection here with the Divine Masculine. Yeah, a feeling of needing to move on, or that the Divine Feminine has moved on. Yeah, definitely the Divine Feminine, Queen of Pentacles energy there. So, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine is also genderless. Like, it doesn't matter what gender you are, or what you identify yourself as. They're just energies. But what I see here is the divine masculine is feeling, I feel like he feels the divine feminine has pulled her cup of love away from him. She's focusing on her independence. I know I'm reading into the divine feminine's energy, but it's linked, isn't it? It's connected. But he feels rejected in some way, like he feels like he's wounded. He feels quite wounded. Like it might have been that he went to give, not literally, but give a bunch of roses to her or extend out a text message to her. And she's coming at him like with this, like kind of sitting up, with a smile on her face, with her eyes closed, like she's just blocking him, like she's just in her own zen, in her own zone. Maybe even, it looks like she's quite happy here with her coin, like the way she's empowering herself in life. She's independent, moving onwards and upwards, and it's almost like she's grown in herself. Now, this is so weird how I'm reading her energy so much in this, but I have to go intuitively what I'm feeling. So she's grown in herself. She's a queen, he's a knight. He might feel like he's a knight. He might not be a knight. In terms of not being a king as such, like not meeting up to her level as a king, but he feels as if he's a knight and he doesn't have anything to offer her. And he might have felt that he did offer her what he could at the time. But there's definitely a feeling of lack and a feeling that she's pushing on and moving forwards without him. So yeah, he really feels the divine feminine is leaving his life. And this really is causing this falling apart, sinking, hopelessness and despair within himself. There's a lot of love here for her. That's very strong here, is that he does hold a lot of love for her, but maybe there wasn't anything to back it up with regarding the material. Okay, so not that that's, well, for this divine feminine, it might be significant to have material wealth, to have stability and security, but it's almost like she's able to do that on her own. She doesn't need him to do that, but he feels like he hasn't been able to give enough to her, even in the material. So it's important for masculines at times to have the feeling that they can provide and protect and be strong in that and have status. And he doesn't feel that he's really there. He feels like she might be in some ways looking, not down at him condescendingly, but kind of looking down at him as in, we've outgrown each other. Okay. Yeah. There's crows in here too, which can represent messengers. It can represent the ending of a closure of the cycle. Sometimes when we look at it, it's karma. And so, yeah, it's a karmic thing going on here. So his emotions are turbulent at this time. He's keeping it pushed down. And I'm getting an unrequited feeling here too. So it might have been in the past that he did this to her. Maybe he did reject her at some stage. He might, she might have been, it could have been roles reversed where she was pursuing him and wanting him and he was closed off to that. And now it's role reversal. So he's feeling what that feels like now, which is interesting. So, okay, so let's have a look. I'm just going to put these back here. So what does the divine feminine feel towards the divine masculine? No, sorry, the current energy. I mean, it's the same kind of thing anyway, but this is the main energy, okay, that she's sitting in regarding the divine masculine. Thank you, Spirit. What is the divine feminine feeling? So we've got here beginnings, new direction, fresh start, and a chance. And we've got limited, final straw, overload, breaking point. Okay, so let's have a look at her cards here. The divine feminine, current main energy regarding the divine masculine. So we've got here the Nine of Pentacles. Absolutely, she's in her own power. She's standing strong, she's standing proud, she's standing tall. She's grown in herself. She's quite abundant in her own, on her path. She doesn't need the divine masculine, and it's not in, like, some of them might feel like, it's a little bit of a smug attitude of, oh, I don't need you, I'm quite happy on my own. But I do feel the majority of the divine feminines have grown within themselves, and they are looking at their divine masculine in a loving way, but also in a detached way, because they need to move on. They're limited in what they can do in this connection. She wants a new beginning, but not like that, where there's a block there, and maybe he's the one blocking it because he was reversed with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. His emotions are blocked. He's feeling this despair rather than being empowered and uplifted and putting out the positive vibe. He's putting in this lack vibe, okay? The feeling of lack and worry that she's moving on. So she's feeling that, and she doesn't really want to be responsible for that. She doesn't want to have to feel like she has to come in and save the day. She's grown. She wants to be strong in herself and keep moving and pushing forward. She's ready to bring in rewards in her life and a fresh path. And it could be away from the divine masculine at this stage. But we're going to see, okay? So what is the divine feminine? Because each of them have to learn their lessons, as we know, and go on their own pathway. But she might not be necessarily closing the door from her divine masculine. It's just that I feel the door might very much be open to him. But because I don't feel like there's an animosity here. It's just, it's gotten to a point where enough is enough. And she just needs to focus on her now and her goals, her dreams, her security, stability, her career, anything like that. It's really important for her to feel like she's making it on her own in the world, and there's no codependent energy there at all. So let's have a look. So what is the divine masculine feeling towards the divine feminine right now? How is he feeling towards her? So he's exhausted, long journey, depletion, fatigue. So when someone is emotional, especially if there's depression or feeling like you're sinking into that sad place, that darkness, feeling hopeless, there's exhaustion that comes with that. So that's what he's feeling regarding the journey with her, is that it's just been exhausting. Maybe chasing her, maybe this cycle they've been in, and she's moved away from that now. And he's exhausting himself as well, perhaps because he's just too focused on that, and his lack of self-esteem there maybe as well. So what is he feeling? So the Queen of Swords. So this is the feminine energy once again, and I feel like he's watching her from afar. Okay, he's possibly watching her from afar, trying to ascertain where she's at, and he's trying to remain neutral, even though there's this blocked emotions here. There is this despair and exhaustion. He's almost trying to remain detached in his mind about what she's doing and what the next best move to do. And he might be a little bit aloof too with her because of this energy she's putting out. So he is looking at her. He wants truth. I want to get another card on that. That's the Libra energy. That's the Capricorn energy. And there was a Pisces in there as well. So how's he feeling towards the divine feminine? So Six of Wands is victory. Okay, it's recognition. It's support. It's Five of Wands is the ego stuff too, the fighting, the clashing. So what I see here is that this is how he sees her, okay? Is that she's this strong divine feminine who knows what she wants. She's not afraid to get what she wants. She doesn't muck around or mince words. She just says it how it is. And she's got wisdom with her now. And she knows what she wants. She's seeking her career. Her reputation is important to her. And I feel like in some ways he admires her. He's looking up to her. But it's conflict, it's causing a conflict within himself because he feels that he has to compete with others around her. Maybe she is in the spotlight. Maybe the divine feminine is really successful in her career to the point where she has fans. Maybe people look up to her and follow her on social media. She could be a model, something like that. She's just in the spotlight, and I feel like he's just feeling like she's moving on without him. She's moving onwards and upwards in society, away from him. She's got her head switched on. She's very independent. She doesn't need him, and there's this feeling of being left behind. So that's quite a strong feeling right there, is that even though he admires her and he loves where she's at, because I do feel that with him, is that he is the Knight of Cups. He wants to give to her. He's like, what do you call it? Putty in her hands, It's almost like he would just do anything for her to get her approval. And I think in some ways she wouldn't respect that. Like, she wants him to grow in himself and to gain some wisdom and learn from past mistakes, things like that. Because I feel like there's wisdom here. She's been on a journey here as well. So it's so interesting how I'm reading her energy in his one here. But as I said, they are connected, and you do mirror each other as well. But I'm saying that it's not to say that he hasn't got any wisdom in this also, because with the journey, especially if there's exhaustion and it's a long journey, which brings fatigue, I mean, on the journey like that, there is definitely wisdom, because you come into so many lessons and knowledge with that. But his main knowledge here is that she's moving on without him, and he can't do anything about it right now. So let's have a look. How is the Divine Feminine feeling towards the Divine Masculine? How is she feeling, okay, towards the Divine Masculine? Look at that. Only you. Fixated, attached. Excuse me. Only you. Attached and hypnotized. And the Chase. Look. Preparation, relentless pursuit, and victory. This is so damn weird, because we're seeing her energy as like kind of like detached from this drama, whatever's going on here. She's strong in her path. She feels limited on what she can do. But look at this energy right here, is that she wants to chase him, okay? She might also want him to chase her. That's what I'm getting, actually. I don't feel like she's chasing. I think she's quite happy where she is. I think she wants the Divine Masculine to chase her. She is fixated on the Divine Masculine. She's keeping an eye on him. Even if she's got other things in her life and she's not wasting her time stressing about things or obsessing over him, but he is the only one in her heart. So she has more feelings for him than he realizes. Okay. So we've got the Sun reversed. And we've also got the Four of Swords reversed. So there's still some healing for her to do. There's still something that hasn't been dealt with between them. Like, there's been no light put on that dark issue. Okay, so there's something that's unresolved within them. And there is some kind of, maybe there was a runner-chaser dynamic going on here. Because I feel like there was a role reversal at some stage. Maybe she was chasing and then he was running, and now she's moving away and wants him to chase her, and you know, it's just this weird energy. But this is the Leo too, this card here, and I feel like in some ways she doesn't want to put the energy into chasing him. She doesn't have the energy. The Four of Swords is someone who needs to back off and just relax and heal and contemplate on what they want. And, you know, this is patience here. Look at the time. See the time ticking. So it's just a matter of time before she can. This is his energy. I've just got it. I've just realized. Yeah, I've got it here. That she realizes that he is depleted. He's not in a good space. He needs to heal and take time out. See time out. And that he's not feeling positive about her. And she doesn't want to let herself fall down into that trap of chasing him and getting disappointed, and then having her light dimmed, like that positive vibe being zapped from her. So if anything, she wants him to grow in himself and to then be able to come for her. That's what I feel, is that she wants him to come for her and chase after her when he's found himself in that light, okay? When he's taken the time to heal, reflect, look within, all those things, and love himself, find who he truly is and accept who he truly is and embrace that and not feel ashamed for who he truly is, because it's all part of the journey. So what does he actually want, all right? Right now, what does he want with this connection? What does the Divine Masculine really want? He wants the feminine. he just wants her, okay? That's just plain and simple. He just wants her. He wants the feminine in his life right now. But he also knows it's going to take a lot of hard work and effort, okay, to win her over. And he doesn't want to have to put in the hard work to win her over. And we can see that she would require that because she's grown in herself. She's very strong. She's very empowered. She knows what she wants. She's going on that path of that new beginning, chasing her dreams. She no longer wants to chase this because it's not fulfilling for her in any way. If anything, it's just this drama that goes around in a circle where he may commit to a degree and then backs off. There might have been some games there, mind games, things like that could be there. And she's just not wanting to be a part of that anymore. And I think that in some ways he's had to grow up, you know, in this, because with the Knight of Cups, it could have been that in some ways he was a player. And if not so much a player, but he might have been keeping his options open, not fully giving her his cup of love. So it feels to me like he is still in this position where he just wants her now, but he doesn't really want to put that much effort into getting her back. Okay, so yeah, look, the Page of Cups is the emotional immaturity, and it's the oh gosh, I can kind of like, the Page of Cups is a younger energy, and it kind of feels like to me like there could be a bit of stubbornness going on here where he just is exhausted, and it's just because he doesn't get it right now. He just doesn't see the lesson and what he needs to do in order to grow in himself and meet her at her level. There might be there's a bit of a defiance going on here. I feel like there is something is blocked emotionally for him. And it could be just that he's not seeing her point of view on where and what he needs to do with emotionally growing in himself. He just can't help it. It's not deliberate. I think he just isn't at that place yet to obtain the wisdom, the full wisdom, emotional wisdom that he needs to understand what he needs to do. To, you know, it's not even just for her, it's for himself, to grow in himself, to learn lessons, to work out how to change his perspective on something. Instead of focusing so much on her, maybe he needs to focus on his own self like she's doing. And then maybe they'll find each other again because they will be vibing on the same frequency, or at the same frequency, on the same level. But at the moment, there's almost like, it's like a little child here as well, like that inner defiance going on here as to not wanting to put the work in here, not wanting to do things a certain way that she might have not demanded, but silently demanded in a way, like that respect, you know, for her. A way to win her over is a certain way, not the way it's been. So yeah, there's just something there. What does the Divine Feminine want from this connection? What does she want? What does the Divine Feminine want from this connection with her Divine Masculine, please, Spirit? What does she want? Wow, hang on, that's way too many there. But we're going to get secrets, mysteries, hiding, concealing. What does she want from this connection? Loyalty, dedication, trust, reliability. I feel like I've got to look at the bottom. Yeah, boundaries, no drawing the line. So I feel like at the moment she would only be able to be a friend. And even so, like, I don't think she'd really want it. For some reason, she may not necessarily want people knowing that they're in contact. Let's have a look. What is this? What's the Knight of Cups? Oh, okay. No, I understand what it's saying. It's not saying she doesn't want people to know, but she's she's hiding her feelings too. Like, she is also the Knight of Cups reversed. See, he also has the Knight of Cups reversed. So what she wants is to have a friendship with him, but she doesn't want to have to reveal her feelings for him as well, that she's also keeping blocked and pushed down. See, she doesn't want to reveal that to him, because as soon as she reveals that to him, she knows that she could become vulnerable, because he could open up a door, you know, that door again. Because I feel like she is protecting her heart. She is only wanting him. She does want him to chase her, but only once he's done his work. She's afraid maybe that in some ways, if he does chase her, and she gives in, that it could end up the way it was. So this is why there's this holding back this feelings here. Yeah. So what she wants is a friendship. She doesn't want to delve deep into anything else at this stage. And she wants to be able to trust him. And we've got the Star reversed. So inspiration and hope. I feel like at the moment there's no inspiration or hope to go on a path with him at this stage. It's almost like she's just not interested. It's such a weird thing because only, he is the only thing that she loves. Like, he is the only one that she loves. But she is putting other things herself above that, okay? So her inspiration is kind of gone regarding love. Maybe she's lost hope a little bit on whether they can even be friends and have that trust between the two of them. She's been wishing upon a star. Perhaps she's not doing that anymore. We've got the Eight of Swords reversed. So, yeah, there's been pain. There's definitely been pain and a feeling of being trapped in that pain, and she definitely does not want to go back down that path again. Because I'm hearing it'll spiral downwards for her, and she doesn't want that. So what's going to be the outcome for this month, okay? For this month, yeah, for this month. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this is when it is. So what is the outcome for this month for the Divine Masculine? So he's going to be feeling a lot of loss and grief, okay, sorrow and pain. So he's going to stay in that energy for this month. He just can't work his way out of this emotional block right now. Yeah, he's really hurting. And we've also got, the Ace of Swords reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So he doesn't have any open pathway here. He's not able to offer anything, and he's not able to get the clarity that he needs to heal himself at this stage. So he's not having good luck with this right now. He's just got to, he might be burying his head in the sand. He might be he's in this feeling of despair and loss and hopelessness. So he's just got to be able to, sometimes you got to reach rock bottom before you can pick yourself up and start moving onwards and upwards again. And I just think that at the moment he's not in a good headspace. He's not able to get that clarity he needs. He doesn't want to put the effort in, and it's not even so much he doesn't want to. There is a part of that, but I think it's also he doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to put the effort in helping himself, okay? And it could be that he very much admires the Divine Feminine. He feels like she's got it all together, and he just feels so inadequate that, she's moving on, and she's going to move on with another person or other people. And maybe if you are in another connection, Divine Feminine, that's really something that he is struggling with. So what is the outcome for this month for the Divine Feminine regarding the Divine Masculine? So dark attachments, third parties, and we've got secret admirer. Wow. Okay. And avoiding, I just saw that on the bottom, avoiding, blocking, escaping. So once again, I feel like she is secretly admiring him from afar, but not obsessing. Like, she's not every day on his social media obsessing. She is loving him from afar, but there's definitely some influence here. I'm just going to get an idea on that. What's that? What is the influence? What's the influence, please? Once again, it could be that she's in another connection. We've got the Five of Cups, which is a sadness here. So that is a heavy burden, and that could be a dark attachment as well. So maybe there is some deep sadness within the Divine Feminine that she's still got there, but she doesn't want to tap into. She's just trying to move onwards from. But there's definitely a feeling of loss and grief here as well. And maybe also some Divine Feminines might be in a very unhappy relationship right now as well. They might not be in the best uplifting connection with a third party here, okay? But for the majority of them, I feel like there's just a heaviness on the heart. They just don't really want to have to... that's something that it looks like that they need to work through, okay? So it's actually hurting her that he's hurting. That's what I feel here by her keeping an eye on things. as well. And it could be that she's seeing that there's addictions in his life, or maybe other people in his life that are bringing him down, and she feels sad about that. So let's get some others, because it's going to be a long reading. But I just wanted to also get an outcome card here for the Divine Masculine. Balance spirituality and practicality. So that's something he's going to be doing, is balancing those realms, okay? So full moon in Pisces. Very emotional, trying to ground his energy but also remain in tune with his purpose here. And also it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So it could be around March, is it? March, April next year. I think it's more April. I'm getting confused. Yeah, I think it's April. So yes, that could happen where he takes action in doing this. So what's the outcome for the Divine Feminine? So a time for healing. It's very interesting, because even though she's strong and empowered, she's still on her way, and she's still got to heal whatever this is right here. Okay, so let's have a look at some messages, okay? So the Divine Masculine says to the Divine Feminine, life will never be the same. How am I supposed to go on without you? And I can't handle the thought of you being with someone else. I want to reject you the way that you rejected me, so you can experience what it feels like to be pushed away. Yeah, there's that rejection right there. He can't handle the thought of you being with someone else. I feel sad when I look at your photos, and I worry about what you're telling others about me. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling of inadequacy here. So let's get it from the Divine Feminine. What does she want to say to the Divine Masculine? I hate it when they fly everywhere. My God, where did it go? Oh, okay. I often think of reaching out to you, but stop myself out of fear. Now, this is the fears because she's scared it's going to go into this whole thing, and she's going to come unraveled. Everything she's worked towards in her healing so far will come unraveled. I wasn't ready, but I am now working on myself. There you go. And I have mixed feelings. One minute I am sad, the next I am angry. So she is feeling that way. Yes. And I need to hear your voice. So she does miss him. She wants to hear his voice. She also, you know, she is watching him. She is watching him. She is feeling sad about how things have gone down, but she's protected. You know, she's protective, self-protective right now. We saw she had to put up some boundaries. Divine Masculine, what's going on? How's he going to get help? How is he helping his energy? So new beginnings. So it could be that something opens up for him and he starts to see the light and a new path to move forward and push forward. So peace. Yeah, new beginning towards peace. Okay, maybe he will choose peace. Maybe he will let go of some things that are emotionally turbulent and distressing for him. Maybe he will take action to balance out his life, and that's where he finds that. What about the Divine Feminine? So there's a victim mentality, so she might have to be careful that she doesn't fall into that. What's that about? Hidden motivation. So what I feel that is that maybe she's afraid or not trusting what other people's motives are. It could be the Divine Masculine's motives. Maybe this will cause her to, you know, maybe go into some kind of victim pattern regarding the sadness and maybe some unresolved stuff in the past. So there's still something she needs to heal there, definitely. Okay. So the Divine Masculine wants to say to the Divine Feminine, what does he want to say? I am in awe of you. Whoops. I think about making love to you. And all of my plans include you. And I miss talking to you. The Divine Feminine says, you are so hard to read sometimes, you confuse me. It hurts without you. I miss talking to you about the little things. It's those things that mean so much. So they both miss talking to each other and they're both hurt. Can we meet up and talk this out? Wow, because she needs to hear his voice. So it's very interesting because on one hand, she's pushing that away. She doesn't want to have to face him in case her emotions, you know, start coming up and she can't deal with it. But there is this feeling of really missing him and needing to hear his voice and wanting to talk it out with him. So that's definitely there, that the desire, you know, that pull to talk to him. The divine masculine's energy. Higher calling, look at that. He's going to listen to that. Could take a little bit of time, but he's going to start realizing. And I think with the divine feminine coming from this angle of just focusing on herself, putting herself as a priority, putting up boundaries, it's going to help him to also seek out this higher calling, you know, refocus his attention on something else. What is the divine feminine? What's she doing? Wow, returning love. Amazing. So it could be that she wants to return to him. You know, it could be that she returns to him. Divine masculine. Communication. There you go. I think he's going to make contact with the divine feminine. And the divine feminine's energy. Is waiting, waiting out the emotional storm here, this storm that's occurring right now. So there's something that needs to be dealt with that's brewing within her right now. And it's this unresolved stuff, and she still needs to heal and take time out to work it out what she wants. Before returning to him, there's still definitely some things that need to be dealt with. He says to her, we need to let each other go. So, you know, this is how he feels in his despair, that it's ruining him to hold on like this. But I want you, see, I want you. We need to let each other go because I want you so badly. It hurts so badly. And I know I was just distraction from your pain. So he feels that maybe he was just a distraction and now she's, you know, moved on. And you were the best thing in my life. So beautiful. And she says to him, I love you. So she does love him. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. Finding out the truth crushed me. So there's something that she found out. Maybe he was playing around. You know, I did see that energy before. If it's not that, it might be something else. But she just felt betrayed, or she felt that she wasn't chosen. She wasn't chosen. She wasn't a priority. And I will wait for a sign from you. So that's what she's doing, is waiting for, you know, maybe a text from him. I hide behind material things, and you don't know how hard it was to let you go. Oh gosh. All right, so so the higher self messages, here we go, we'll have a look at this. So the higher self message from the divine masculine says, let go of fear. So you are safe with me. Have no fear of making mistakes. Nothing you do or say will ever make me stop loving you. There are no mistakes on this journey, only soul lessons. It's safe to be vulnerable with me. So he does feel that she's also blocking because of fears here as well. And that's his higher self message. What is the divine feminine's? Listen, I'm listening to higher guidance. I'm being led by my intuition as well as my angels and guides who are overseeing our union. They tell me the next steps that will lead me to you, which is that returning love. So she's listening. She's listening to the angels. Yes, so what else have I got here? So we've got the juicy love messages. So let's have a look at this. He says to her, you are hot. So he is desiring her, looking up to her in all her empowerment, just finding that so sexy. He's turned on by her. Every part of you is beautiful to me. It is like you were made just for me. And I want to hold you all night and kiss your eyelids as you fall asleep. Wow, hang on. Okay, for the divine feminine, she wants to say, I really want to have sex with you, but it is so much more than that. Whoops, my nail polish is not very good today. I just realized. So, wow, look at that one. She says, when I look into your eyes, time stops and heaven is unleashed within me. So Yeah, there's a lot of desire and chemistry between them. And my passion for you is also consuming. Yeah, absolutely. So what else have I got here? The Twin Flame Oracle. I'm going to see what's going on for the Divine Masculine. Look at that. There might be an apology coming to the Divine Feminine because it did show communication. He wants to come forward and say sorry to the Divine Feminine. So a lot of you are going to, a lot of Divine Feminines are going to hear an apology. The Divine Masculine wants to come back together. See, reunion, coming back together. Amazing. So he definitely wants the Divine Feminine back. And the Divine Feminine's energy is, wow, healing power. Absolutely, she's in her healing power. She's empowering herself. And focus on unconditional love. Let it flow. That's what she's trying to do, is just let it flow, not put up all these barriers. She is trying to come into that beautiful energy of loving him from afar. Just whatever will be. Que sera, sera, because this is on the bottom too. Trust your twin will find their way. Loyalty. And she had the card loyalty. See, the friendship. Someone who will be by your side forever. Your best friend forever. Your pal as well. Like, twins are not just romantic. They're also best friends on the journey. And so we've got marching ahead. There are breakthroughs coming into this in this connection. Okay, and it says here, the promise, our love is truly meant to be. Wow. So there's that breakthrough coming through, and it says forgive, release the past. So that's what the breakthrough will be. I feel like the Divine Masculine might be coming forward to break the ice. You know, when I'm talking about when he comes into wisdom, when he chases his higher calling, when he listens to that and follows that path, and grows in himself and is able to come out from this heavier energy, there will be a breakthrough. So it looks like it could be March, April next year, just in terms of when I'm doing this reading. But yeah, so it'll be April, May. Sorry, what am I saying? March, April. Whenever you're looking at this reading, okay? All right, so so let's get some guidance card for the Divine Masculine. Guidance card is Makuso, meditation. So he is guided to go within to meditate. Did we see that before? I'm just trying to see now because my memory is shocking. No, I can't see it there. But anyway, this is what it is: intuition, meditating, going within. Trusting in what he hears or feels or sees in this place of this soul quest that he's meant to go on. Answers will come to him if he can quieten his mind and reflect, like, because self-reflection is so important. That's where a lot of our growth and healing occurs, through self-reflection, self-awareness. And that's what it looks like he's going to do. The Divine Feminine's advice card. Anger not. There you go. So look at them bloody fighting. So it's like she is to not allow things to anger her as much. She's got to focus on the unconditional love that they both share, that she has within herself for herself as well. It's to not let things get to her to a point of, because what I'm hearing is unresolved hurt turns into anger. So she needs to heal that hurt that's still there. And she can do that by, once again, taking time out, meditating, self-reflection, self-awareness, bring self-awareness for the healing to occur. Okay, so let's have a look for the actual connection. What's the special message? For the connection, here we go. Look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. And that's for the both of them, to look at the patterns in relationships, how they deal with them, how they react to them, how they respond, what are they attracting, what are they needing to heal. That is a repeated pattern, you know, in their life. Okay, Divine Masculines. So love who you are, Divine Masculine. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So the divine masculine has to love who he is because he feels inadequate. He doesn't feel like he's enough. He's got to look within and see that he is enough. He has an amazing, beautiful soul. You know, he's got amazing talents, creativity he needs to express and tap into and express. He needs to find his main purpose, okay, that higher calling, that higher purpose for why he's here as well. And I think that once he does that, he'll be able to feel that he belongs, you know, in this world, belongs, and that he's what I'm saying, of service, like there's meaning for him here. At the moment, he's just, he doesn't feel very good, and he's not loving who he is right now. He's not accepting who he is. He's rejecting that. He is maybe projecting his insecurities onto the divine feminine based on her decisions and her boundaries and things like that. So he just has to look back within himself, do the meditation, look within at the beautiful soul that he is, and accept himself. And the divine feminines is appreciate this moment. So she needs to it says each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So she needs to go within and appreciate every moment because it all brings a blessing or a lesson, okay? And it's an opportunity to grow and come back to that self-love as well, unconditional love. See, comes back to that. All right, I think that's it today, guys. Is that everything that I want to do? Oh, no, it's not. I haven't done these, have I? Or did I? I can't remember. See, this is what I'm talking about when I do these readings. I don't remember everything I've done. So let's get the messages from the divine masculine. I have become empowered, so empowered. Thank you for believing in me. So that's his higher self coming through. It looks like he will move into that energy. You inspire me so much. I want to create beautiful things with you. And I have a lump in my throat whenever we are together. It frustrates me that I can't say what's on my mind. And don't ever stop shining your light. It is so beautiful. So he is admiring her. He sees her in the spotlight. He looks up to her. She's glowing. She's just beautiful. He wants to say what's on his mind. He wants to be able to tell her, you know, sorry, and what his true feelings are. He wants to be able to express why he reacted the way he did, but he doesn't yet know it. He may not necessarily know just yet why he reacted the way he did. That's why there's a need for self-reflection. I want to give my heart to you. Please be gentle. And she says to the divine masculine, I often sing to you when you're not here. Pay attention to songs that stand out to you. They are a message from me. So the divine feminine could be a singer, or she might just be hearing songs and singing to them and imagine, you know, she's thinking of him, singing them to him. We are magnetizing each other. Your radiant light draws me in. So they're both seeing the light in each other. Don't ever stop shining your light. It is so beautiful. We are magnetizing each other. Your radiant light draws me in. And I love meeting with you on the astral. It's where we create our magic. And expect an invitation to my home. I want to make you a delicious dinner. So that's that returning love. That's when they're able to sort things out. She wants to do that. And you are so gorgeous. I want to love you and explore every inch of you. So there's this definite desire between the two of them. There's definitely love here. There's just a lot of hurt, a lot of needing barriers and boundaries. And taking time out for each one to heal on their path and to focus on themselves at this stage. Send, you know, each other love and the light and all that kind of thing, but to put the focus on themselves for healing so that they can come back together when they're both more empowered and have grown in themselves further. So I hope that's resonated today, guys. Thank you for tuning in with me, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.